Yeah, look, the first half wasn't acceptable defensively. There was no doubt about that, you know, and it was disappointing. You know, I needed a response, and I believe in the guys, and they weren't dishing up what I know they're capable of doing.
Was it colourful, Brian?
Colourful, to say the least. Yeah, we needed it, and off the back of what we did last week, it was disappointing to start the game like that, and the second half showed, you know, what we can do as a club and a team, but we can't keep dishing up something like that in the first half.
Was there any change in the game plan, and you just decided to target the plans right as you just made it sure enough?
Oh, look, our attack was never a concern for me. It was always our attitude in defence, and our attitude just wasn't there. It was to concede 22 points, but the way that we conceded them was just unacceptable at an NRL level, and I believe that they're better than that, and that's why I challenged them. If I had thought they were doing the best they possibly could, then, you know, I wouldn't have had the response that I gave them. But I know they're better than that. I know how hard they train at training. I know how much work they put in, and what they were dishing up in that first half was just wasn't acceptable. Well, that's why we're not playing semi-final football, isn't it? You know, that's the cold hard facts of it. You know, you're not going to play semi-final football when you're as inconsistent as that. Don't worry about from week to week. You're talking about from minute to minute as far as us at the moment. And there's some young guys in the side, yeah, granted, but, you know, we need to be better than that right across the park defensively, and that comes to getting to know each other, trusting each other, you know, working harder with each other. But you know, we're on a path, and we've just got to stick to it and got to keep working hard. Yeah, he's a special kid. I've stopped being surprised by what AJ dishes up. He's a competitor, and that's what you want in your football team. You want 17 competitors that want to bust their butt and put their body on the line every minute of every game. You know, and that's a learning curve we've got to get better at. We've got to be more consistent, not just week to week, but from minute to minute within the game. Even those last 2 tries at the end, they're not acceptable. You know, we've got to be better than that.
Did you think that from what happened against the Warriors coming back, that coming to your mind, thinking, you know, we can do this, we can make up a 22 6 games?
Yeah, we always knew we can put points on teams. It's just, yeah, a defensive game. So as soon as we turned our defence around, and that second half was good for 35 minutes of it, and that last 5 minutes probably wasn't good enough. And yeah, we got enough players and strike power to score tries, and yeah, as Garth said, our young fellas are going great. AJ, Ash, and I thought Kane was great today as well. They showed some great composure. They started the second half real fast and did what we wanted to do in the first half, but we did it properly.
Garth, did you have a tough decision to make when if Michael Gordon comes back this year or the next with AJ going so long?
Yeah, it's nice to have, isn't it? You know, like that's where we've got to be better as a club. We've probably lacked that over the last 12, 18 months is depth. You know, we get injuries. You know, last year they got hurt with their injury toll, and you know, you've got to have some depth in your squad to really compete and to play semi-final football. And you know, we've got 8 likes of AJ, and you know, Michael Gordon's been one of our best players all year. He's Mr. Reliable Flash, but you know, one door closes, another one opens for another opportunity. Look, I've said publicly, I think AJ's future going forward will probably be as a fullback. The only thing that concerned me about him at this point, throwing him in so early, was understanding defensive structures and getting his numbering right. That probably hurt us a little bit in that first half, and numbering was probably, you know, poor at different times, and that comes down a bit of learning curve for AJ in that position. But my plan was to hopefully give him a good pre-season, training up at fullback, working with Flash, getting him confident in the defensive structures and numbering up in defence. And I mean, his attack, you can see what he does with his attack. There's no issue there with that. It's just getting his defence. And fullback's such an art these days defensively, whether you put yourself in the line, whether you drop yourself out of the line, and all sorts of things. So, look, he'll get better for that. And, you know, one thing about Flash is he can play wing, he can play centre. So he's got a bit of versatility there as well, same as AJ.
How was Flash travelling? Will he be back this year?
Oh, look, probably unlikely, Zach, to be honest. I don't want to rush him. You know, at the moment, we're tracking along really quite nicely for pre-season. We've the 2 surgeries that needed to be done over pre-season have already been done. Whereas last year, you know, we had 10 players at pre-season training last year because we had so many players with post-surgery, and it really affects your pre-season. So hopefully if we can track along nicely, finish the year with some wins and and have everyone fit and healthy come pre-season. We get a real good pre-season under our belt, which is only going to make us better for next year. So getting back to Flash, I'm not going to risk him. You know, if unless he's right, you know, AJ's doing a good job. It's a bit of a throw him in now and have a look at him getting ready for next year if need be. Thanks, guys.